This video shows how to create a cross-listed class using Canvas's cross-listing tool. In this case, I have two courses that I want to combine into the same class inside Canvas. I start off by opening each course in a separate browser window or tab. And the key number that I want to remember is the number at the end of the URL. This is the unique Canvas identifier for the class. In this case, 1409, and the other case, 496. The other thing I want to do is I want to decide which class I'm going to enroll the students. And this one that ends in 496 is the one I'm going to use because it already has content in it. The other course is empty. The key concept to remember when cross-listing inside Canvas is we are pushing enrollment from one class into another. So I'm going to push enrollment from the empty class into the class that I've decided to use to host the content. In this case, the URL for the class that I'm going to use ends in 496. So that's the key number to remember. I go back to the class that is empty of content, go to the settings page, then the sections tab, and click on the section for that class. It's important to remember that when you do this using the Canvas production server, there will be no students in your class because we have cross-listing turned off 3 days before enrollment starts flowing. So the class that I'm not going to use, that I want to push enrollment from, again, I click on the settings link in course navigation, and then on the settings page, I click on the sections tab, click on the name of the section, and then click on the button to cross-list this section. The course's ID is that unique number that's part of the URL, 496 in this case. Again, I am pushing enrollment from this section into the other class. And I can select that class, click cross-list this section. Once the section is successfully cross-listed, when I go back to my dashboard, I will no longer see the other class because the enrollments from that section is now being pushed into this class. So when I go into my class and then go to the settings page and go to the sections tab, I will see both sections listed. When my students are enrolled, then the students will show up in the appropriate section, and all of the students will show up on the people page of the class. Now that I have cross-listed a class, one of the things I can do is I can go into an assignment and I can edit the assignment, and I can give differential due dates based on that section. In this example, I have an assignment that is due on December 20th. That's Tuesday for one section, and for the other section is due December 21st, which is Wednesday.